Welcome everyone to the course. This is the course overview lecture. If you could do me a small favor, please don't skip this lecture. We're going to talk about a lot of really important things, especially the guidebook, which is a really fundamental part of this course, and it's going to help you a lot in your studies to become a data scientist. So let's get started. We're going to talk about quickly the course curriculum, where to get the resources, how to get help during the course, and the best approach for taking the course, as well as be walking you through the guidebook that goes along with this course. So first off, just very quickly what the course curriculum is. We'll discuss it in the very next lecture again, but basically there's a non-technical section talking about things like data science careers, positions and titles, what knowledge you're going to need. Then there's also non-technical stuff like how best to prepare your resume, what to expect during the interview process, how to negotiate offers, etc. So that's kind of like the first, I would say, third of the course. And then really the bulk of the course is the technical interview questions. So these are where you're given a technical interview question and then you're given an answer. So there's other topics like probability, statistics, machine learning, design of experiments, coding, product design and metrics, etc. So that's how the course is basically split up. You can feel free to jump around. It's pretty modular. So as I just mentioned, feel free to jump around in the sections. Course is designed to be modular, so you can approach it however you want. Some people prefer to do the technical stuff first and then jump to the non-technical. Some people like it the other way around. Really, it's totally up to you how you approach this course. It's designed to be as modular as possible. Now, the most important resource for you in this course is the guidebook that basically goes along with every single lecture in this course. So it basically has a bunch of really useful links that relate to every topic we discuss. So let's explore the guidebook. The guidebook is a resource link in this lecture. So as you're viewing this lecture, you should have seen some little pop-up saying there's resources for this lecture. If not, you can go to lecture number 3, frequently asked questions. There's another link, but it's basically a Google document with a lot of useful stuff. So let's go to that Google Doc and show you what the guidebook really is. All right, when you click on that link, you should see something that looks like this, basically the Data Science Career Interview Prep Guide. And if you scroll down, you'll eventually see a table of contents, and you'll also see the outline listed here on the left. Depending on what browser you're using, you may or may not see it, or you may accidentally click X, but don't worry, the table of contents is also right here. And basically what's really nice about this is that it has a bunch of fundamental resource links that we discuss during the lectures. So a lot of times during a lecture, you'll hear me say, check out the guidebook, check out the resources there, check out the links, and this is what I'm referring to. So let's imagine that you're on Data Science Positions and Titles lecture. You can come over here to Data Science Positions and Titles, click on it, and it will bring you down here to Data Science Positions and Titles, and here it has various links that are helpful, such as a large list of various job titles. And then in another lecture, we talk about higher education, whether it's necessary or not to have a master's degree or a graduate degree. There's other links there and other opinions on higher education, etc. So as you can see here, there's lots of useful links. When we get down to the actual technical interview preparation part, so for example, the very first section is on probability. If we go back down there to probability slides, you'll end up seeing that each of these technical sections has its own header. So we have probability theory resources. The very first link for each of these is going to be the slides. So if you click on this link, we'll go ahead and open this link in a new tab. So we'll go ahead and click on it. That'll open a new tab. But basically here we can see the probability theory interview questions. Now, the way we approach it in the video course, we're going to present one interview question, then a solution, then an interview question, then a solution. Sometimes people prefer to see all the interview questions at first and then go through the solutions. So if you prefer to see all the interview questions first, then what you can do is come over here to the slideshow, and you can see here there's interview question number 1, immediately followed by interview question number 2. As again, just a quick reminder, during the video course, once we show interview question number 1, we're going to immediately show the solution. If you prefer the method of seeing all the interview questions first, make sure you approach the slides, which kind of has it built like that. We tried to balance this out because some students like to see interview question solution, interview question solution. Other students like to just see all the questions first, then all the solutions. So depending on what style of learning you prefer, you have either the slides or the videos or both to help you out that way. So as you go down these slides, eventually, as you go through the interview questions, you'll see a slide here that says solutions. Solutions are up next. Solution for probability question number 1 to give you a fair enough warning that the solution slides are coming. And these slides, we go over them in the video. Now, let's say we're going through a solution on probability question number 1, and you want the resource links that go with that. So for example, probability question number 1 consecutive coin flip, there's little nicknames I've given every question. You can see here a bunch of useful links that are appropriate for that question in the probability section. In the course, in the videos, the lectures themselves are just titled simply question number 1, question number 2. If you go to the guidebook, you can see here there's a little bit of a description as far as what the questions pertain to. So for example, statistics question number 1, it had to do with something about raining in Seattle. So if you've gone through that question and you kind of remember that it had to do something with raining in Seattle, you can come to the guidebook, search for Seattle, and you'll probably find what question we were talking about. Okay, so that's the guidebook. Really, really useful. We're going to be referencing it all the time during the course. So this is something that's basically going to be your study tool for the entire course. All right, now we discussed the guidebook. Let's quickly go up and finish our presentation. All right, we're back. We just explored the guidebook. Let's go ahead and finish off this lecture. So the next thing I want to cover is how to get help during the course. If you're ever facing any sort of technical issues or platform issues, things like the video is taking a long time to load, or you're having issues giving a comment or posting issues, just platform issues in general, please email support@udemy.com. I actually don't control the platform, so there's not much I'm going to be able to help you with there. But if you send an email to them or go to the support page and open up a ticket directly, the friendly folks at Udemy are going to be happy to help you out. Again, I can't really help you out with video buffering issues. Please email support@udemy.com and they're happy to help you there. If you have questions related to the course, this is the pathway I would recommend approaching to get the answer to your question as fast as possible. Honestly, I would just do a quick Google search first because a lot of other people have probably had the same question as you and posted it on some sort of Stack Overflow or Stack Exchange forum, and you can quickly find an answer that way. If you're still having trouble with whatever question, then I would suggest do a search in the guidebook. Check out the resource links there. A lot of them are made to kind of preemptively answer questions that may pop up. If you still haven't found the answer, do me a favor, do a quick search in the Q&A forums. A lot of people often have the same questions, so if you can do a search in the Q&A forums and talk to other students that have had the same question that may have already been previously answered by me. If you do all that and still there's no answer to your question, feel free to post to the Q&A forums and either I or the TA will be happy to help you out. As a quick note, we can't personally help you with current interviews due to some non-disclosure agreements that allowed us to actually create this course. You can feel free to post interview questions that you've been stuck on for other students to help collaborate on. But again, we personally cannot help you on your interviews. That goes against some agreements we've made. Some other quick notes, you can change the playback speed. So if we're going too slow for you or too fast, you can click on the little gearbox in the video. You can either slow it down or speed it up. And you can also change the video streaming quality. Also, if you want to download the videos, you can use the Udemy app to do that. And as I just mentioned, all slides are linked to in the guidebook. So really the guidebook has everything you need. Finally, I want to discuss the best way to approach the course. Really what this course is, it starts off non-technical, very brief overviews of how you can approach data science interviews and a data science career in general. And then really what the meat of the course is, it's a list of real example interview questions sourced from real companies and then the solutions to those questions. A lot of times the resources I've seen online, they just provide interview questions with no real solutions. So we try to actually add in solutions to these interview questions. Keep in mind, you're really going to need to do extensive self-study to prepare for any data science interview. The interview questions are real questions from Silicon Valley tech companies, companies like Google, Facebook, Airbnb, so you can expect them to be extremely challenging. These data science questions can be some of the hardest questions you've ever faced in an interview setting, and to be honest, if I just went in cold on a lot of these questions without having studied beforehand, I probably would not do that well, and I do data science all the time. So really expect these questions to be really challenging, and you're going to need to really prep a lot for your data science interviews. So if you're facing these questions and you find them really, really hard, don't worry, that's totally normal. And finally, a huge thank you for enrolling in this course, and I'll let you get to it. I'll see you at the next lecture.